Hi, my name is My-Linh Thai, currently serving as State Representative for the Legislative District 41. Um, in this role, I represent the community in the House, which currently have 98 members. We are the body of making laws and looking for a way to ensure public safety and services for the citizens across Washington State. What inspired me to run for this current office is actually the conversation recently we have heard at the national stage. I am a refugee coming from Vietnam. I came to the United States in 1983. In fact, I'm the first refugee ever served in the Washington State Legislature. The conversation at the national level regarding refugee and immigrants into our country and how some of those pictures being painted, I do not believe is accurate. What I knew and what I wanted is to be able to bring the voice that has been historically lacked at the table and in the room when it's come to laws across our state that impact people of colors and marginalized communities. What do I love about my job? I love that it feeds my curiosity. I wanted to learn, I wanted to know, I wanted to meet people who's doing this important work. So for that, I love it, and I have received so much more help and support from across the state legislators, and so that piece I love dearly. The frustrations is really around system. Sometimes those particular system has been created so that people like me wouldn't have the opportunity to really speak truth to myself, and so that part has been a little frustrating, but I see this as an opportunity to improve the system so that more voices can be in that space. So in the way, it's good learning experience for me. My personal experience as somebody who status is a refugee from Vietnam. The immigration conversations in terms of deportations and detaining not only those who are undocumented living among us in our community, but also those who have been living in this country for quite some times are still at risk. So one of the recent developments is that there is a memorandum of understanding between the United States and Vietnam, especially around the time the two countries normalized their relationship. This memorandum specifically stated that the Vietnamese who came to the United States, even when they are not naturalized to be citizens, they would be exempted from detaining and deporting if they have came to the United States prior to, I believe, 1995. And that memorandum is at risk. And those individuals could be deported. My former role as the Bellevue School District Board of Directors has helped me tremendously by really understanding what at the local level and how certain decisions at state level could impact the local level in serving their community. And I think having that knowledge make it more of a continuum, more of a connection between state and local. And I honestly feel that it's helped me doing my job better now as a state legislator. Yes, absolutely. The expectations of being a state lawmaker is that you always have carried this altogether detached from emotion Looking at issues and topics, it's completely an absence of how does it impact you as an individual. Those are the kind of things that as a woman in leadership positions, it's feel like the expectations that one, you shouldn't be too loud, but two, you shouldn't be too soft, three, you should dress a certain way. There's this interesting expectations. I have two kids. One's a senior who is about to leave home for college, and the other is a junior. Even though this job, this being a legislator, is a part-time, transitioning from being with them, available for them, and having conversation with them to 5 minutes here and there during the weeks. For me, it has been hard. I don't know about other professions, but as a state legislator, right now, there's no balance. The multiple issues facing our state and the people in our state are just so heavy. So it's really hard to be able to balance it. For me, I grew up knowing history in Vietnam. And the history of Vietnam being sort of in the border with our bigger neighbor, China. And historically, China has always wanted Vietnam to be part of China. And I remember growing up learning about the two sisters who rise up and be the general and lead the army to fight against the invasion, and to fulfill a role of a citizen who's when the people suffer and in need of leaders, they were willing to rise up into that role. So I would say that the drunk sister has been my the kind of woman leaders I looked up to. So my position is a 2-year, so I was just elected, and it's going to be another year before an re-election coming up. Don't want to plan that far ahead. Like I shared earlier, I do love the work that I do. I do love to have the opportunity to really put my own voice and my experience in sharing those people who normally have not had the voice in the room. So if that is a continued need for me to be in that space and for me to do that work, I would look forward to continue the work. The one message I wanted to share is really be kind. Not just be kind to others, but be kind to yourself. And build that self-confidence, build that trust in you. There are many challenges, but equal to those challenges as opportunities. Allow yourself to see them. They say about opportunities knocks. I think it's about seeking. I think it's about being willing to open those doors and take a peek of what behind those doors and find those opportunities for you. Thank you so much.